Back on the scene, trying to make some green. Jenny Penn. I got this. Hold up. Alright. I want to highlight everybody, tell them you know how shit really goes. This motherfucker. I want to say that although I speak a lot of bullshit, I do love all cultures and all, you know, ethnicities, religions, and you know, if everybody, you know, just take a piece stand, you know what I'm saying, just like. Cause my family, I'm Mexican. My wife is white. I mean, she's Caucasian. And she's full Caucasian. But it doesn't bother me. I love her. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100% Mexican American. I was born here. I got my green card. You know what I'm saying? Citizen, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I love my people, but they get such a fucking hard time as Hispanics. Just cause we're brown. Regardless what people say. If you're brown, you're gonna get it bad. If you're black, you're gonna get it bad. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know English in America, you're gonna get it bad. And there was a response to this one white cat on Cholo Adventures about how she was talking about, if I had a shotgun, I'd blow a Mexican's head off. I'm not even gonna call it ignorance because she ain't been taught nothing better. We live in 2012, and I feel they're supposed to do it legally. But shit, what would you do if this country was like that? Put yourself in their shoes. But you don't. Not for saying, because you're in luxurious, doing what you're doing, being pampered, getting things handed to you. Try living on a dirt floor in Mexico. Try that shit. When you try that shit, let me know. Because I'm first generation Mexican. You know what I mean? Mexican American, right. First generation Mexican American. And my mom has accomplished a lot of shit, even though she was an immigrant and got her own green card, you know what I'm saying, because she married my dad who was born here. And it's bullshit, really, because if you think about it, they treat us bad. But in my family, I'll admit there was some racism, in the beginning, because my mom's dad wanted traditional, me to marry a Mexican girl, my sister, my older sister, the one sister I had, marry a Mexican man, with a good job, stereotypical stuff. And it ain't gonna happen like that, you know what I'm saying? That more, I think, them telling me, hey, you gotta marry a Mexican girl, I want you to marry a Mexican guy, to my sister, really, straight us off from me, like mothers and fathers who want to talk about drugs and make it like, well, I'm hip. No, you're not hip. You're not. By talking my slang. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting through to us because we cannot relate to y'all. If we could relate to y'all, it'd be a different story. But the way y'all come at us, So, my girl's Caucasian. Her parents hated me, from the get-go. They hated me. You know what I'm saying? Her dad, had already, he's pre, 1970s. Racism, grew up on it. His granddaddy and them, racist. So I don't blame them. But luckily for me, my wife, who was full Caucasian, and gave me 3 beautiful, half Mexican, golden brown children between the both of us. You know what I'm saying? And just like every relationship, so you gotta work on it. You gotta work on it. I mean, there's gonna be ups and downs, but when it's up, man, it's up, and it's a high that you don't never feel. Like in my family, my sister's married to a Belizean guy. He looks black, dark, and that's my boy. That's my brother-in-law. He's like my brother. I married a Caucasian woman, and when it first started, my mom was like, "Oh, mijo, mexicana, would be better." No, yeah, my Latina women, they're beautiful, and they get the job done, but the thing is, I always grew up with that. I always lived with that. I always lived with the Hispanic woman. So I always kind of knew, that, that side. I wanted to experience something different. Just like my sister, But I wouldn't have it any other way, Progression, man. We just got to keep progressing on, And the people who are afraid of, interracial relationships, they just scared of change. Not to say the change isn't scary, but it's a good thing. It'll lead to more peaceful things, because now that I have a baby that's half white and half Mexican, you know, the attitude of their grandparents changed, and now now they accept me because they see how good of a dad I am. And especially we're getting all the bad, criticism for Hispanic males and blacks, that they get, for being fathers who aren't there. I'm here for my kids, I work hard for my kids, I make sacrifices for my kids just like every good parent should. But I don't think now, especially nowadays, racism is gonna diminish whether you want it or not. Not that it's not gonna be there, but I mean, with our kids alone shows a progression. And any interracial couples, more power to you, because we're really the trailblazers of this. And if people give you the bad looks, like I get bad looks by Caucasian males with, who are like 50, 60 years old, because that's what they grew up in. They don't know no better. They used to lynch people back then. If I was with my girl, my Caucasian white girl, they see us in the street, they'd lynch me. So keep progressing. Don't stop progressing, because if you do, then we're no better than them. And by them, I mean the people who don't want change, who are afraid of change because they haven't been taught no better. And I want to keep it on a kind of serious note on this one, but on a real tip, get over it. At the end of the day, if you can't really fight who you love, if skin color is not really a factor, especially if anything, a language boundary is a factor. But countless times, people who are different ethnicities and languages fall in love. So even that's not a big obstacle. People think it is. I just want to say, man, just whoever you love, race, religion, culture, whatever, that's who you go for. You gun for them. Because if you don't gun for them, then, and by gun for them, I mean go for them, you're really missing out. Because of all the stereotypical things that y'all have heard. It's really not true. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my babies. I love my babies to death. I love my wife, although she's not Hispanic. She speaks Spanish, but she's white as white can be, baby. But yeah, man, just keep your head up for all the interracial couples, and if you get those dirty looks, just shrug them off, because you're the bigger person at that time. And family first, always family first. If nothing else, family. Shout out to Nita, I love you. Sean, Michael, Jason, Glenn, love you guys. See you guys straight from Houston, H-Town, Woodland Trails, Big Texas. Come see a nigga. Hit me up, comment me. See how you feel about it. I'm my own worst critic, so whatever you got to say, I'm cool with it, because I respect your opinion. Black, white, Mexican, purple, green, yellow, whatever the hell you want to call it. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You come at me with respect, you got respect from me. Come at me sideways, I'm going to ignore you because you're ignorant. You're not a man. You're just a functioning illiterate if you think that this interracial stuff's gonna stop. It's just gonna get worse. By the time you know a girl who said they're gonna blow off a 12 gauge of some illegal immigrant, I bet you have a cousin or a sister or a niece or an aunt who's dating a black and having babies with that, or a Mexican and having babies with them in your family. And you might look down your nose against them, but they're happy. And look at you. You're screaming and you're mad for nothing because you're alone. And if you're with somebody, you're not happy. And old girl with a Mexican or the black boyfriend, guess what? They're not worrying about what you gotta say, and they're happy. Happiness. All you do is throw out negative shit. Alright, I'm about to close it up. Peace, much love to my viewers. Remember, equality. Treat people how you want to be treated. And you won't always get treated back if you treat somebody good, but ignore them. Because most of the time they're functioning illiterate, and it's not their fault either. You know, it's a school system. It's this deception that people want to put stereotypes on humans, you know. Don't take my word for it. Walk around the street with a different, you know, race, girlfriend, and see the looks you get. Especially as a Hispanic and a black. With a white woman or anything. A white woman with a Hispanic woman, Asian woman with a Caucasian man will get the looks from the white girls. Like, what are you doing with that guy? But it doesn't matter because it's none of their business. It really is not none of their business. It's yours. And guess what? While they're worrying about what's he doing, you and your girl having a good time. You and your guy having a great time. Forgetting about all that. And I live in the city of Houston, Texas. Like more than 2 million people up in the city of Houston. And I still get racism. I still get the looks. But like I said, I'm not below them, even though they might think they are. That I am. Well, peace, well, again, you know, comment on what you think, because this is a serious issue, but it's dying down. Thank God it's dying down with the racism. But it'll be there forever. And it's our fight, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship, you know, in the racial relationships, just to show that we don't want no competition, but this is not going to stop. You can't stop who you love. And love is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to relationships. You ain't got love, you ain't got trust, you ain't got nothing. We'll see you guys. Love you. And I'll be putting up some more funny shit on the B&B show. Watch that. This is just a little bit more serious. The B&B show being black and brown, or brown and black, however the hell you want to put it, because it's me and my boy Jay. Me and my girl put some videos up too. Stay tuned, subscribe, and have a nice day.